Good day everybody, this is Norm from the Board Game Museum, and today I'm going to be reviewing and showing you how to play the board game Tuscany. Now Tuscany is an expansion to the game Viticulture, and it is going to include a new board, some extra meeples, and also some extra cards and rules that you can use to expand your game. So let's check it out. Okay, so rather than do like a full how to play on this game, since so much of it is similar to the original, if you need any rules on the original, feel free to click on the link in this video. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with viticulture, here's the basis of what you're going to be doing. What you're going to be doing is you're going to be placing workers in various areas over here on the board, and in this version you're going to have 4 seasons. You're going to have spring, summer, fall, and winter. And essentially what you're going to be doing is you're going to be trying to fill wine orders, which are going to result in victory points. What you're going to do is just try to get these grape cards, and then later on you're going to go ahead and try to plant them into your vineyard. From there you're going to go ahead and harvest them, which means you're going to go ahead and get some wine tokens placed in this area. From there you're going to go ahead and make wine tokens, which is going to shift these over here into these cellars over here, and once they are in the cellars, you've got these different numbers. What you're going to do is then try to fulfill the wine order card. This says it wants a blush, and so you would just simply go ahead and look at the key and then take off the different wine tokens to go ahead and fulfill the order, and then you will go ahead and get the victory points. Now the object is you're going to go ahead and try to get all the way over here to 25 points, and the main way you're going to be doing that is by fulfilling these orders. And then you've also got summer and winter cards and also things on your player board that are also going to help you get victory points too. Now one of the differences is that now you're going to have 4 seasons. Now in regular viticulture you're going to have 2 seasons that you're going to be able to place workers, which is going to be summer and winter. With this, it's going to be all 4 seasons. So in spring, you're going to place workers here. Summer, you'll place workers here. In fall, you'll place workers here. And then in winter, you'll place workers here. And then, of course, you've got places outside of your board you'll be able to also place workers. What you'll do is you're just going to go ahead and place your chicken over here on the wake up chart. And like, for example, in spring. Now, as you're going through the different seasons, when you go to summer, this is going to be a bonus that you will pick up. In this case, it will be a vine card. For fall, you'll go ahead and pick up a bonus, which in this case will be that for this section. And then in winter, for this section, I wouldn't pick up anything. Now there's a couple of new things over here. One of them is what is called structure cards. On your mat over here, you're going to see that you've got 2 different places where you're going to be able to place them. And what structure cards are, these are going to be cards that you can actually do for 3 different things. One type of card that you'll end up having is an action card, and this is going to be a place where you will be able to go ahead and place one of your workers. Now in order to get these cards, what you're going to need to do is you're going to have to go ahead and hire a worker. What you'll simply do to get these is you're going to go ahead and place a worker on the build 1 structure, and then you'll just simply go ahead and pay the cost of this particular card and then place it either on your mat over here or onto the field. Other cards like this one, these are going to be enhancement cards, and what this is going to allow you to do is it's going to give you an ability. This particular one says ignore the structure requirements to plant vines. So for example, this one has a trellis that is a requirement. This will no longer be the case with that particular card. You're also going to have cards that are going to have residual effects. Now at the end of the season, you're going to go ahead and get residuals for any wines that you have sold. With this particular card, when you get to that part of the game, you will go ahead and add this for a new residual. Now another thing that each player is going to have is they're going to have influence tokens. Influence tokens are going to be able to be played anytime you have the star over here. This particular one will allow you to place or move an influence token. To place an influence token, you would just simply take your star and then you'll go ahead and place it over here somewhere on the region. Now what's going to happen is if you place it, you're going to go ahead and get this bonus card. You'll also see that there are victory points over here. These are going to be allotted at the end of the game for the player that happens to have the most amount of their color stars there. So if I happen to have 2 oranges and there was a yellow, I would go ahead and pick up these bonuses. Now another thing you can do is you can move a star. When you move a star, you're not going to pick up the bonus, but the main reason why you would want to go ahead and move a star is to try to see if you can go ahead and get these victory points at the end, but you'll be able to move them. There's a few new spaces here on the board. You've got one that says trade 1 for 1. What this will allow you to do is this is going to allow you to trade one of these for something else. So I could trade 3 coins for a victory point. I could trade a victory point for 3 coins. I could go ahead and place a wine token for 3 coins, etc. There's another one here that says to sell 1 wine token. So when you look at this key over here, what you'll do is you'll look at your mat to see where you happen to have wine tokens. Whatever you have, you can go ahead and just simply sell them, and then you will go ahead and collect these victory points as a result. Now, another thing that you're going to have is what is called specialty workers. Specialty workers are going to be meeples that kind of look like this. Now, the way you're going to get these specialty workers is whenever you pay 4 to train a worker, what you will do in this case is you're going to pay 1 extra. So in this case, you'll pay 5. Each of these workers are going to have a special ability, and this is a list of all the special abilities that each worker has. Now in the beginning, you're going to go ahead and draw 2 of these worker cards, and you're going to place them. Then you'll have these gray little tokens over here that you're going to go ahead and place on the card. They're going to be male and female tokens, so whichever token you buy, that will be the ability it will have. So those are essentially the different expansions that come with this game. At the end of the game, whoever has the most amount of points is going to win. So Viticulture is one of my favorite worker placement games. I really enjoy the way it works, where you're planting vines, you're growing grapes, you're getting the grapes off, and then you're making them into wine, and then you're going ahead and selling off the wine. So I like the way that system works. Now, the purpose of any expansion is to try to enhance a game or to add something to this game, and I believe Tuscany does a great job of doing that. The expanded board, I love the board. It's a bigger board, and the expanses all work well together. I really like those structure cards. Those cards, there's so many of them. You've got different structures that you can do, different things that you can do with them and place meeples on. Some are going to give you extra abilities. You also have Tuscany, that little area where you can place the stars to try to get some bonus resources and bonus points. A really big part of it is now that they've got the season split up into 4 seasons instead of 2, and they also have different ways that you can earn bonuses. And finally, the other big part is the meeples that each have their own abilities and their own specialties. So you're going to be getting 3 expansions with this along with the bigger board. This makes Viticulture a better game because it gives you so many things, and you can play all the expansions at once. You can pick and choose which ones you want to do, and it just adds to the experience. So I would definitely recommend it if you are a fan of Viticulture and you're looking for something to try to expand on the game. And this game, I think, does a really good job of doing that with all of the extras that it gives you. All right, guys, that is my review of Tuscany. We'll see you. Keep on gaming.